Hello, and we are back here on the Purple Couch. Welcome back to the Purple Couch Diaries. We have returned to Florida from an amazing summer in NYC, and I want to welcome you all back for this week's edition. As you know, my name is Amy Jordan, and I'm on a mission to encourage and inspire everyone around the world to dance because you can, that any obstacle can become a victory, and that any trauma can be transformed into triumph. It's so amazing to be back here on the Purple Couch. I've missed my purple couch and my smiley face. How you guys doing? How's the end of your summer going? How's your back to school going? How's the OCD catching going? I've really been working on this, and it's been amazing being able to tune that volume down, and there's Sadie when it starts happening, and it's just a way more peaceful life, right? Where we're not constantly replaying and obsessing and rolling things over in our head, and it's just a bad habit that takes some effort to break. So this week, Sadie and I want to talk about staying in our lane. In our lane, you know, like those guys at the airport that bring in the planes. Sadie, what do you think about staying in our lane? So my dear friend Chita Rivera, the Broadway legend and Presidential Medal of Freedom and 3-time Tony Kennedy Center Honors recipient, poignantly put this term of staying in your lane. And I've been thinking about this a lot recently because when I was in New York, I found myself getting very wound up in conversations with friends over, there's a lot of craziness going on in the world, right? There's just a lot of craziness. I don't want to get into it. You all know what it is. And at the end of the day, how is this affecting me and what can I do about it? How is this affecting you and what can you do about it? And what are my reactions to everything? Does talking about all this stuff really help me, or does it drag me down and make me frustrated and make me mad at my friends because we're in a world where suddenly opinion is fact and all that kind of stuff? So I have been purposely working on staying in my lane and just not talking about the news, not talking about politics, not talking about things that get me riled up and at the end of the conversation leave me exhausted and tired and frustrated and just feeling really crappy. Can you relate? And as I've been consciously saying, you know what, I'm not going to discuss this, or let's change the subject, or look at what a beautiful day it is, I find that I'm feeling better. So I want to pose this idea up to you guys this week with all this craziness. And I'm not saying don't be informed. It's important to be informed. It's important to take care of our health, as I've said from the beginning of this whole pandemic. And I'm not a doctor. Be mindful, not fearful. Do what you have to do to stay healthy, of course. But how can we stay in our own lane? Do we need to really engage in all this opinionated nonsense? Is it really creating value in our lives? And the more that Sadie and I have been working on doing this, the more focused I've been, the more I've been able to just do what I need to do for my daily life, support the people around me, and enjoy. Imagine that. Do you agree, Sadie? Enjoy. So let's try this week to stay in our lane, and this includes what are we posting, because honestly guys, what we post on social media, that's a cause, right? Is it spreading hope and possibility, or is it spreading more chaos and divisiveness and discourse? And I know sometimes I get frustrated and I want to put things up, but I'm like, is this really going to create any value, or is this going to create a maelstrom of opinion versus fact and everybody at each other, and I'm going to just want to shut it down? So I actually did take the apps off my phone because it was getting to be too much. But if we're going to spread on these platforms, I really try to keep it positive, keep it hope focused, and we can all work together as human beings to get through this moment in time. It's just going to take a little change of mindset. So, with all of that, how can we stay in our lane? Leave in the comments for me and Sadie how we're going to stay in our lane this week. She's very happy to be home. You want to be the star of our diaries this week, don't you, Miss Sadie? And let me know how this goes for you and how you feel, because I find when I stay in my own lane, when I divert away from those conversations, because given the moment we're in, it's going to come up, and I just simply say, you know what, I decided to not discuss this right now. It's like, oh, okay. And the topic ultimately changes to something of more benefit. So try it out, see how it feels, let me know. Have the most amazing week ever. We are super excited, as you can see, to be back here on the Purple Couch. And we will catch you guys later. Oh, and we are on TikTok now at Amy Jordan Speaks. And make sure you check out the website at amyjordanspeaks.com, because we're going to be dropping coaching in the next week or so. And you definitely don't want to miss it, because it's really cool. So make sure you do your victory dance, and you are winning. All right, you guys. Bye from the Purple Couch.